Ah, welcome back.
Wow.
Map 2 of this final is underway, and I've been joined by the lovely Machine.
I know, Lauren has disappeared, so I am... to be fair, I wasn't planning on casting, so I apologise if there's a little bit of alcohol in my system.
Shh, they'll never notice.
Exactly. Let's move on.
This is just Lauren after a lot of drink.
Yeah, she transforms into a tanned gentleman.
The first pistol round is underway. And at the moment, it's heading over well in the CT favour. Infused picking up, well, they were 3 versus 2. Now 2 versus 2. And a nice pitch from Pulse coming right around behind these 2 T players. Gets up the tag, but no frag. Zed picking up Pulse with a nice headshot. 2 to find now for Pez. One of them's already low. Drops down into the vents. No, he's got time on his side. 10 seconds. They've got to get that plant down. Up onto the A site. Plant's going. Will they get it go out?
Wow,
nice frag for Zed.
Play.
fish123 pick up that first round.
fish123. So, obviously I have just jumped into this. I am completely unaware of what's going down in Chinatown. But, so are we looking at a mix versus a team? Is that what's going down?
We are. Fish is on mixed side, but they came from the upper bracket.
Wow.
Those are the guys.
I mean, I'm looking at the names. I recognise Weber and I recognise Jake, and I'm pretty sure I covered them in the I-Series recently, which was Reason and Fragmasters, question mark. Probably horrendously wrong there. Anyway, let's move on swiftly as we do see the Infused side. Reason is a good question, as that icon looks incredibly like the Reason logo. Still, I'm going to go with her with Pulse here as he's pushing towards these. They obviously only have a pistol up against that SMG of Z. Z gets 2, looking to extend that with 3, not going to get it as he progresses onwards. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Fish corner. Still, the bomb is around that mid area. Still, it can go either way on this map. Very, very easy to rotate. Just a stairway away. Still, Pete Pez with 1. Quickly responded by Zed. Zed with his 3rd. Taking his time, and rightfully so. Powell with a scrap of health. He does have the potential to do damage, but the bomb has gone down by the T side, and they're going to see a frag from Keita to almost convince the round of that they succeed. And then we do see Keita with a 2nd to mop it up onto Powell. So obviously the buy power is fully in hand of the terrorist side, and we're going to see that final round. I'm going to assume we're going to see a 3-0 from the terrorist side.
Yeah, exactly. It is as to be expected from the guys that win that first pistol round. This map, despite being slightly CT favoured from what we've heard, we have seen some crazy goings on during the semi-finals and the upper bracket finals, in which the T side has been putting out 8 rounds in the early stages. Let's see what fish123 can do with this one, as you mentioned.
Boosty.
They've got the first 2.
Or not.
The jump. Does get on top, going for the boost anyway. Looking for that 3rd round is what we're expecting. Release and ZZ pick up 2.
Wow.
3 in total. ZZ grabbing down onto Pez, giving them that very early numbers advantage. Pulse and Critical left alive. Pulse, sorry, picks up 1. That's all he gets for his trouble, though. There is that 3rd round, as expected. Going to get the plant down for a bit of extra gold.
Now this is where we look at the CT side. This is where we see what they can actually bring to the table, and this is where the money is actually in the bank for them. We do see a completely full buy, and rightfully so, from the Infused side, and this is where they can put the pressure on that bomb site. So I'm going to take it away with Critical. Critical, who I have previously seen some magical stuff from. Let's see what he can actually deliver. He does have a smoke in hand. Going to throw that towards that mid area. Nade as well. Actually, no, he's going to be holding that. Let's look towards the bomb site. Pulse actually is in a brilliant position. Whether or not he's going to see much from the T side. He does spot 1. And he's going to get, I say spot. We have Warlock on right now, so guys, so I can't really suggest he's spotted him. There is, however, one near them. Powell is the one under fire at the moment from Jake, and Jake is just going to play the waiting game. So really nice positioning actually from Fish as the CT side slowly but surely hold these bomb sites. What is going on the attacking side? I think Jake is considering a push towards that B site. What is going on? They all are outside. Z is the only man ready inside. Bomb is loose as well. Powell heavily tagged as well. 44 health to his name. Taking his time. So is this Zedasap?
It's not what it was called earlier. It got that point when he started getting...
Do we know his name? Do we know this poor man's name? He has 9 frags. This guy must be good.
He is good.
Anyway, let's go with Z. Well. He can be Z from now on. As he progresses. He's trying to pick towards that ramp area. Smoke's going to come out, and I believe that's the right move. Where is that bomb actually? Who is that to receive him? It's Pulse. Pulse could be wise in thinking that he's just going to wait for that plant. He's not going to kind of try and intercept them prior to that ramp area. This is a very, very slow round for the attacking side. Here comes the drop down. We do see three players pushing now. Jacob gets one, Jake gets a second, and Weber with a third. Surely not, but Pulse does finally get that second frag on the defensive side, and he's going to expect one towards that. Oh, and another from Pulse. 3 frags in a row, but lovely, lovely response from Fish. And you can hear them in the microphones. They are loving life right now. Brings that to 4-0. And that was the round we expected Infused to win.
Yeah, we thought that would go back in their favor. They have that CT favored side. They got the items. They got the money in the bank. They bought those weapons.
You're right.
Still couldn't quite convert it. So Fish making lots of well-earned noise.
And Zed has 9 for 1.
Very rich player. I mean, we've seen them playing very slow rounds earlier on. We saw that previously as well. They do like to sit back, wait for about a minute and a half, wait till that 30-second timer ticks in, see what kind of picks they can get, see what bomb set they can open up, then go for something. If they get no one, they'll make that call and make the play, and they went in there towards that B ramp. It worked out for them very nicely with that one coordinated push. Do only have Pulse around here watching that B ramp. He gets dropped by Zed, but not before he deals a lot of damage. 8 HP left. Not willing to push down that with all of that in tow. Critical takes a big bit of damage from a nade from the sound of things, down to 11 HP himself. Now Fish looking ready to try and poke a little bit deeper in. Try and ease them out a little way. No dead players on the T side yet. See that round number 5, still very early days. And Fish taking it slow as ever. A-bomb site.
Very passive play from the attacking side.
They are. They hit that 55-second though, starting to tick down. They are bringing this bomb around towards B side. They know they've already picked up 1 kill down on this ramp. They've secured this area too, sending Zed all the way across the far side. Lots of Infused players in and around A and down the lower areas. No one on the B side though. Couple of quick frags for Jake and Kita. Critical does respond with 1 onto Weber though. Bomb going down net top side, A side, bomb site. Zeox and Critical got a lot of work to do. Critical, especially with only 11 health, dropped very quickly by Jake in his pistol. Zeox coming in. Taking a lot of damage. Not really getting anywhere. Round number 5 on the board for fish123.
So where did the first map go?
First map went to Infused.
Oh, okay.
They came from the lower brackets, so they forced that second map out after going to overtime as well.
And what was
it was Mirage.
Oh, Mirage. Okay, so Infused are a fan of that map. And we do see an interesting, so we obviously, I can only assume we're going to see a full buy. I'm not sure how the money situation is for Infused. I apologize in advance, guys, if I am making you cringe. Still though, let's see what Zeox is going to bring to the table. Still does have a knife in hand, going to be making his way fast towards that ramp area. In fact, they're going to make his way straight towards B. I think we're going to see a save from Infused, and I'm allowed to say that as opposed to last time I casted CSGO, which was on a scary stage. Still though, Zeox. Actually, I tell a lie about this buy. Zeox does have an M4 in hand. Still though, very slow play once again from the terrorist. And they don't seem to need to do anything else. I mean, fish123 have not yet to concede a round, and they've been going slow, every single round. So no pressure on them at the moment. See how the CT side are receiving them. See what's going wrong maybe. Let's have a look over in... Let's have a look somewhere. Oh, actually, Critical is going to receive a lot of pressure if he plays this right. Waiting, lying in wait around the outside. Who is it? It's Jake. Jake on the outside. He's smoked, is going to help him a lot, but Critical surely going to peek it eventually. Jake is just walking slowly but surely towards Critical's position. Critical not sure how to react. He's actually making his way almost. In fact, he's given up on A, and that's given Jake enough room to maneuver. And he's going to get a frag. Lovely play from Jake, and that was sensational work from them. Not going to stop Zeox and Critical picking up a frag each though. Z goes down, as does Jake, and all of a sudden Weber dropped into a 1v3. And it's not looking too great for the T side. Where is Weber when you need him? He's actually very, very far back in that. And I'm not going to get that call wrong, so I'm just going to call it... let's call it a link. That looks like a link of some description. Still, bomb is in towards that bomb site. Door has been destroyed, so any sort of cover he once had has been completely removed by the side. Nice play onto Zeox. Brings it back to 1v2, and this is all the more possible if he can get that bomb into his hands. Not going to happen. Critical finally puts a bullet into his brain, and that brings that round to a close. Finally, a round on the board for the Infused side, and Powell is yet to get off the starting line. 0 for 6, his score, and finally Infused do get that 1 round on the board. 5-1.
So, Let's see if that momentum has swung in Infused favour. We've seen before, once you grab that first round, you can start getting 3, 4 more following it up.
It is strange how important that is.
Yeah, we saw Infused in the last map. They won that, Fish won the pistol round, started to get the early buys in, started to snowball up the first 5 rounds, then Infused brought it back, leveled it back up, and from that 5-5 point, it just went one either way, bringing us onto the draw into our final overtime rounds.
Do you think that's buying power, or do you think that's purely confidence?
I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, they're very evenly matched teams, and once they've got those even weapons, it's going round for round. But to lose 4-5 on the trot in the first place, bringing it up to that even point, got to be a bit of confidence on Infused side, a little bit of nerves breaking through for a Fish and 2-2-3, and the fact that it's approaching 3 AM, it's going to have something to do with it.
It really is bedtime, guys. Still.
We do see another very slow round coming out from Fish. It's a smart way to play it, to be honest. If you know you are mentally stronger than your opponents at 3 AM, with all this caffeine and alcohol running through your system, wait them out. Strain those nerves. Let them sit there for those full 2 minutes, thinking, where are they? Where could they be? They could be behind me. They could be under me. Then all show in one big place at once. Catch them by surprise. Catch them off guard. Push home that advantage. So far, though, Infused have been doing a good job at adapting to it. And that first frag in this round is gone in favour of them. There is an answer though. Powell is dropped down. He did get a bit of damage down onto Weber in the process. Looking now, trying to find an opening one side or the other. The bomb here is with Kita heading towards the top side of 8. Going through that link. Hags coming around the top side. Pez picking up 2. Jake gets an answer. Weber finds one himself though, but not before Critical drops him. Zeox with the final frag of the round. And there is another for Infused, taking it to 5-2.
5-2, and Infused really just showing that they can. There's nothing, and this is something I really need to get used to, is that CS:GO, you see an advantage and it can just be shattered in an instant. It really, there is no sort of like we've started well, we're going to win this map. There's not that kind of element to CS:GO. There's always this comeback element. There's always a kind of buying power which changes everything. However, this is more of a kind of a suggestion of just how well you can defend, and I think Zeox has been doing a real adjustment to that. If you have a look at the scoreboard, actually, I tell a lie, it's actually Critical who's leading the way. Where is he? He's holding ramp as he fails his nade. That's a little bit unfortunate. Still, though, he is going to be holding that ramp area. However, I do think the terrorists are making their way towards the A side. However, it's very easy, very, very easy to rotate. And that's what makes attack so hard, is that the defense can be in one place or the other in seconds, and that is why the pace slows down, because you really can't rush a bomb site. You really can't kind of do an all-in, because in an all-in the defense can be with you in 5-6 seconds. You know, that's what makes it so difficult. And that is why we're seeing this kind of interesting play from Fish. Z is in a wise position. He's kind of positioning himself. He actually has the bomb, which I'm not too sure how effective that's going to be, but he does have a great position in the fact that he can stop that ramp play if he plays it right. Anyway, I think it's Critical to receive him. Flash being lined up, player ready to push off that flash, just waiting. Where is Critical when we need him? He is, of course, number 5. And when he's in a great position now, is the flash going to come in from the T side? This could be a make or break decision. And Critical still, opting to leave it as Pulse finally gets the opening frag. First blood onto Kita. As he goes down. Nice play from Critical. Great shot onto Z. Brings it back to, well, what was a 3v3, now 3v2 as the defensive side. And Critical again. Critical sensational work with that AWP as Pez closes it off. And this is Infused just getting those rounds back instantly after being 5-0 down. We do see the 5-3 coming on the board. What are you thinking, Panky?
I'm thinking they're going to bring it back up to 5-5, level the series out.
But Powell really needs to kind of think about getting some blood. Where is he? Where is that young man? I've missed him. There we go.
He played some incredible rounds earlier on. And we used to see him taking the AWP in the early rounds, in the group stages, in the early playoffs. Critical started to take it off of him here, though, in this grand final.
And he's not doing a bad job.
No, 10-6 for his KD score. Pale now edging around this top side, sitting above this link. Now he's got to wait for about a minute before we see any kind of movement from the T side.
It is the way they're attacking, and to be fair, it is working, or essentially it was working. I mean, we've seen 3 rounds in a row from Infused, and it's looking like it might just go 5-4.
Pulse with that first frag.
Oh.
Picks up Kita, takes a lot of damage himself in the process though. Smoke comes down, Fish, nice pistol kill onto Pulse. He did only have 12 HP, but nonetheless, good aim. Do see him firing at a couple more shots. Is an eco round on the board for fish123. pistols and grenades only.
Very cheeky from Jake if he can get this frag.
And around this side. Player down above him. More below him, one of the two. One top of Link. Shots coming in. There's that pistol frag Jake was looking for. Coming up now through
Pez
picking up 3 frags, 4 frags.
Sensational, and we missed it all. The guy is so good. He plays the waiting game consistently. The guy will never overpeak. And he will just play the waiting game, sit there and wait until that bomb needs to go down, and he will just stop it in its tracks. Really strong play from Pez. So now we do see the defuse kit. Indeed, yeah, it's certainly reflected by his score. Him and Critical really leading the way for Infused. And once again, like you said previously, Panky, we do see that kind of initial 5 rounds, and then as soon as kind of Infused feel confident, we do see those rounds flying in for the Infused side. And this is something I do really enjoy about CSGO. I may not cost it often, but when I do, I really have absolutely no idea about where this game is going, as opposed to COD 4, when once those 5 rounds are secured, it is a real mission and a mountain to climb to secure those remaining rounds. Still, 5-4. Advantage still in Fish's hands, but very, very slightly. What are the attacking side considering? Critical still just playing the waiting game on A. But I think you might be seeing an A actually, looking at the way these guys are positioned. Flash in the hand of Z.
Bomb is certainly over in this side.
Not wrong.
Waiting for that flash smoke come through the roof.
Exchange of fire. Still no one to go down. There is an exchange of tags, and Zeox is a little bit worse for wear. Pez once again in his brutal position, trying to stop that push from outside. I think it's Keita this time. Keita, the man on the outside, but he is not making the same mistake again. He knows Jake got punished by Pez, and he is just going to watch that rotate from B. And I believe it was, or at least it was Zeox. Zeox is actually pushing himself right down into those that venting system, and he's going to be ready to go straight up that ladder to defend and help his teammates. However, he's not going to need to. Keita's pushed straight in. This could be good for Keita. Critical gets a frag onto release. Z quickly responds onto Powell, and here we go. Straight. Lots of CG frags, in fact. Critical with another. Pez with one of his own. Zeox as well. And Z quickly coming to mop up the Infused side. On his own, though. 1v2. But it's all the more possible as if that bomb goes down. 8 seconds on the clock. Surely one of the CT sides is going to be there to stop him. He does tag him. It was Pulse. Z heavily tagged. Yet to be fragged, though. Progressing upwards. I'm not sure why I can hear myself so loudly in my ears. It's intense stuff. But nonetheless, Pulse does get the frag. And I'm shouting in my own ears. I'll see if I can sort that out in production. Nonetheless, though, guys, we are going to see a 5-5. Infused so good at coming back. This is unreal. And that's much better. Lovely jubbly.
Leveled it out just as we saw in the previous map.
I'm just shouting in my ears. Like, stop, machine, stop.
Forced the draw, forced the overtime, took the map.
5-5.
Forced a round 2 in this grand final. Let's see, can they edge ahead? Can they take this 6th round? Or will he go to Fish? They are hurting for money at the moment too. So Fish, if they can't win this round, they're going to need to go on an eco in the next one. They're not going to have that firepower to match up. And that will give a 7-5 advantage to Infuse if that comes to it. Unless they have a crazy pistol round. We'll have to wait and see. 1 minute 40 on the clock. Another minute, of course, before they really do anything. But when they do come, it's all going to come with a very quick flurry of frags for 1 or 2 players. We'll wait and see. No one's peeking. Everyone knows how this game is played now. Played enough rounds of it, enough today.
Certainly have. What time is it again? We're in 2 o'clock.
2:45.
2:45. Wow. And I have a 9 o'clock lecture tomorrow, but I don't think there's money on that not happening.
You've just got to make sure I catch a train.
Indeed. This is looking a bit different from the T side.
Lot of T support, yeah.
Indeed.
It's still a very slow approach, but they are actually making some progress this time. Now towards this B bomb site. Walking the entire way, crouching the entire way. Pulse is there, gets a couple of shots out, doesn't land any of them. Gets shut down by release once he comes around the corner. Does do half a health of damage to Weber. It's not enough to stop him though. Flash is going out, critical drop. Release picks that one up, but critical does get a couple of good shots out. Dropping into the vent. Zeox is the last man standing for Infused. Now 3 T players left up. This will be round 6 if they can get it. They have got the bomb. No, they don't lie, it's loose. There is a terrorist right at the top of the ramp waiting to receive him.
Great round.
Fish, first round in quite some time. Round number 6. They do pick it up, get some money in the bag. Powell still yet to land a frag.
Unreal.
Maybe once he does, it's going to be those floodgates. Once he gets one, he's going to start 5-man in round after round. That's what they're waiting for.
Like you were saying, he certainly has no lack of skill. It's just positioning. He's trying to do the job, which is obviously the most difficult on this map.
He's already been shot by his teammate, down to 64 health before the round even gets going.
They're not making it easy for this guy. As you're right, he does have 64 health, and he's going to try and make his way to defend this A site. And he's going to play the waiting game. This is a rightfully so. Obviously, Infused going for that save. And it's going to be a very, very difficult eco, especially. I mean, great play from the attacking side. Because Fish secured that round, it's going to make this side very, very difficult now for Powell, especially as he's got to play the waiting game. However, I do look at the T side. The positioning is really, really strong. Keita and Jake getting a frag. Pulse and Zeox returning, though, bringing it back to a level playing field. Obviously, pistols in the hands of Infused, so any sort of frag for the CT side is really effective. Still, though, Weber looking to weave his way in towards that A site. I'm telling you, I'm sorry, guys, my bomb site kills have been diabolical. I haven't catched this game in a while. Still, Weber puts a bullet in the brain of Critical, which makes that job just that little bit easier as the smoke comes out. Oh, and again onto Pulse, just falling into his grasp. And the bomb's going to go down now, surely, with ease. Powell, the man yet to get a frag, only has a pistol to his name, surely not going to get a frag. And Weber closes it off with that third and final frag, brings it to 7-5. And wow, Fish running away with it. I say running away with it, performing strongly.
Starting to see a lead approach again from Fish. 7-5. Didn't get around for a while. Now they're starting to open it up, getting a bit more money and getting these weapons out. They seem to have noticed that they can sneak around that outside, get in towards the lower part of the B tunnels, in towards that bomb site without any real response from Infused. It's worked 2 rounds in a row now. Going to have to patch that leak. Powell looking the other way, preparing for the flashes. Blade comes out, lands right next to him.
Tagged early.
Taken down to 66 HP by the enemy this time instead of a friend.
It's better.
Slow round coming out from TT. TT from Infused, their defense. Of course it is. Slow round coming out from Fish. Not going up around this outside this time. It is being watched instead. Smokes and flashes coming. Critical's blind. Going to see a push forward coming out of Keita. Jacob watching it. Not landing frag yet. Zeox is the first one down. Release picks that up. Number advantage is in favor of the T side now. 5v4. Blades coming out. Bomb is still loose. Waiting for that opening. Waiting for the rotate. Deciding which way they want to go. Still got a minute on the clock. Ages as far as they're concerned. Pairs up top side. Powell does even these numbers up with a very quick headshot onto Keita. Powell's still very low. Finally picking up one frag on the scoreboard. Looking for the 5-man now. That's what he's been keeping in his back pocket.
Lying in wait, ready for it. Wow, Z is really performing, and I really feel guilty for not being able to pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's his own fault. He changed it halfway through. 16-7, very well played. There is another frag for Critical. T side down to 3 players. 4 CTs up, 3 CTs up, 2 terrorists though. 1, it's all on Jake. Not gonna happen. CT take it. 6 rounds to 7. We're going into our last 2 rounds of the half now. It's going to be a very even outcome. The question is, who will take that coveted 8-round spots? Who's going to take one or the other?
I'm just taking a little look into Keita's play. Keita, I mean, from what I've seen of him, and I'm only going off this game, to be fair. However, he's been really committed to this outside area, which can be difficult depending on which team you're playing, depending on how well they're holding it. And the Critical is 5. He's been holding this outside well, and once again, it's actually no. So I mean, leaving that nade going to kind of suggest that his presence is still there. Still, though, Pulse is going to get a big frag. Critical leaving it completely just to head towards B, and that means the T side might have a little bit of an opening. And looking at them, they do seem to be quite confident push towards that B side. Nonetheless, Pulse gets 2 in a row, releasing Jake down and out for the count, and yet 1 man to fall. And wow, clean sweep for CTs. There you go, Pulse and Critical ending that round as soon as they started, really. And we do see that last round coming out now, and it's going to. No, I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, and you're going to probably hate me for life. I'm pretty sure this is a slightly CT-sided map.
It is, very much so. Okay. There was an eco round there for the T side. They ran in with just pistols. Pulse managed to pick up 4 kills. So he's rolling in cash. But it is 7-7. Who's taking this 8th round? Who's going into the next half with the advantage? Takne is going out of Keita.
Slow, maybe.
Waiting on it, though.
Anyway.
Weber looking to push around the outside, boost up onto the boxes.
Outside. Critical must be.
Critical is, he's got that up. He's waiting for the opportunity, but he's backing away again. He's not very patient. This is
he is. Well, he's ready and waiting really. He doesn't want to kind of commit too much, and that smoke is going to make him work just that little bit harder.
That's what they were waiting for. Now they're making their way around, walking to make sure it stays quiet. He does back in, go down towards B ramp. Kettering making his way down in towards these stairs, getting into the tunnels underneath B site. And he's got plenty of backup. 40 players in this half of the map.
It could just work, you know.
Could get it going. They have seemed to fake out Infused into going towards this A side. Critical does pick up Weber. Critical picks up a second though, drops a release this time. They now know it to be pushed. Immediate back out. Kettering having to switch things up a little bit. The bomb is on Jacob. Looking to try and make something new happen. Xerox picks up Jacob, bombs down. Kettering, however, returns the favour onto Xerox himself. Shots going into that vent means it gives a position away. Pulse picks that up. Z picks up one himself, but Pez will finish him off and finish the half off. 8 and 7 now in favour of counter-terrorist side, in favour of Infuse. They're going to switch it over. We'll go to the next half very, very shortly. Shouldn't be any breaks or anything going on here. Both these teams want to get this done and over with as quick as possible.
But we're nearing 3 o'clock.
We are nearing 3 o'clock.
But the fact that there's any sort of motivation between these teams is incredible. We do see both teams there kind of trying to maintain motivation. I was in a very similar situation. I think we were into 2 o'clock when we had to play our first playoffs game. And I feel for them because it is such a challenge.
There is CRG as well watching behind Infused. They are our 3rd place team here.
Oh, okay.
So they had a
situation to myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a very interesting run. Unfortunately, couldn't quite make it all the way through and out the other side.
Indeed.
Here is that opening pistol round then for the second half. Do see the teams pushing towards each other. Who's going to get this early advantage? Who's going to get that early buy power from the extra cash they're going to pick up winning this round? So far, no frags, but Jacob's taking quite a bit of damage. Kettering knocked down low. He's got 3 flashbangs in his bag. Xerox Pow picking up 1. Critical picking up another himself. That's 3 dead members of the fish 123 side, and a bomb's been planted. It's all on Kettering to find 5 players and defuse a bomb. Not too sure it's going to happen. CT bias map again. Not going to make a difference if you haven't got that buy power. Kettering does find 1. Gets Pulse. Firing at the next couple of shots. Finds 2 in actual fact. Gets 1 onto Pow. Xerox Pez is critical now, know exactly where he is. And they're not getting away with a 3rd frag. Bombs down. 9 rounds to Infused.
And once again, guys, we do see that kind of the effect, the Infused effect. This time actually not going in favour of Fish. Infused coming under that frag. We do see the first round go to Infused, so Infused desperate for those extra rounds. Let's see what's going on there corner. As well, so obviously very little to play for Powell, however, he has been, to be fair, he's been so supportive in these team pushes. Maybe his role isn't getting the flags, but he's certainly getting the tags, and that's all you really need in this game. 9-7 up, Infused not struggling too much at the moment. Obviously, it's that kind of team v-mix aspect which you see in every sort of FPS game. Nonetheless, though, guys, exchange of frag. Weber does get that first frag with the pistol, however, quickly spanked back into submission by Zeox. So we are into that 4v4. Zeox trying to progress on towards that site. Nothing really there. His teammate is there to support him on that B-bomb site. Z, all the ready to rotate. Who is it that's really there to meet him? Not got a clue. I'm going to say it was Powell. Powell's going to ram. Going to get taken down by Kettering. Wow! The damage these fish123 are pulling off with the pistols is incredible. However, the bomb has gone down, so this is real pressure on the Infused side. We have seen some weapon pickups from the Infused side. Nonetheless, their pulse gets a double P90. That's money in the bank as Z does quickly respond and take down Pez. Still, Pulse still stands, or at least he did, until at least put a bullet in his brain with that pistol. Now with Armstrong standing, it's all on Zeox. Zeox's shoulders could not be any heavier right now. 1v1 as he takes down Release. Bullets are exchanged, bomb continues to tick. Pressure on the CT side, and it's lovely play once again from the Z side. The Z side, sorry, the CT side, brings it to 10-7. And this game is getting more and more Infused as we continue to watch.
Yeah, Infused are 6 rounds away from that first place prize. They have got the last 2 rounds here, taking it on the first start of this half. Looking for next start. Of course, they've got that CT advantage in favour of Fish this time round, but 2 rounds on the back of each other for Infused. They don't care about no supposed map advantages. Yeah. They're saving, that's for sure. Of course, they lost. Fish lost the pistol round, so we have seen teams bite in the second round despite losing pistol. Not doing it this time. Pulse picks up 1 kill. Power picks another. Picks a second. Using that Bison, Pulse picks another kill himself. 2 and 2 on Powell and Pulse. Keita has 5 to find. Mom's not down yet. Won't take long though, no doubt. Makes his way down towards B ramp. Picks up a weapon on the way. It's only a Galil, nothing too serious. Does drop Pulse though. Picks up an AK for his trouble. Heading down towards the ramp, spots one, gets a couple of shots out. It's just a tag down onto Critical. Shots on his way back out though by Pez, and that's an 11th round for Infused.TteSports. Starting to run away with this.
I don't want to be that guy because I'm such a sucker for pullaways. I'm such a sucker for like, oh, 11-7, it's game over. But really, CS:GO does not work like that. And to be fair, I want to look into this mixed team aspect a little bit more. Critical top frag at the moment. Let's have a little look at his corner, see what he's doing for the team. At the moment, they are on the attacking side, obviously on that T side, so it's going to be a little bit more of a mission. And it can be a real effort to get that bomb down if that ramp is controlled. And so it might just be while the smoke comes out. Flash comes out. He doesn't actually affect Critical too much, but that Weber is all the more effective as he does destroy Critical in his strikes. And that's going to kind of destroy the pace of this attacking round. Still though, Pulse playing steady. There is a player, sorry, just around the corner, just around the river bend. If Pankhurst was in the game, Zang gets the fragger as well. 5v3 now, with numbers seriously favouring the defensive side, and this is where they really cannot throw it away. And I think JKM is more than aware of that. Keita has picked up the ore. Money has finally come into the hands of the side. There you go, releasing Z, a frag each into the brain of the Infused side. And now where is Pulse when you need him? Just now fading away and trying to destroy just that little bit of hope that the Fish side can get those guns out there. And JKM can't have any of it. Does take him down. 11-8 is your scoreline. And really, really a bit of a recovery play from Fish. It wasn't necessarily they were getting great frags, it was more that Infused were making mistakes.
Yeah, and that was their first big buy power round too. They'd saved up 3 rounds before that after losing the early pistol, and then brought out their big weapons, put them to good use, got their first of the game. I mean, this was what we saw Infused do before. They went 5 rounds down, got some big weapons, brought it back up to win the first half. It's now on to Fish to try and do the same thing from that CT side. They are already down quite a way though. 3 round disadvantage, 10 rounds left to go. This one included, round number 20. Gonna have high spirits on Infused. You mean you can hear them now. Every time a frag goes out, they cheer. Every time a round goes down, they cheer even louder. A bit of banter as well included. 8 rounds to 11. Taking this very slowly now. A couple of shots, nades, and tags went out. Nothing too serious yet though. No real casualties. Do see more shots being fired, but Infused yet to lose any health whatsoever. Release. First casualty down. Jacob's drop. Pulse and Xerox grabbing those two. Keita looking to make his way around now to try and help defend this B ramp. Bomb is already down though. Pulse is the one casualty on the T side, but now that the bomb's down, it's all on to Fish to try and put the pressure in, get the defuse and retake this bomb site. Xerox hiding over in this little control room, waiting for someone to show himself. Keita is going to come around the corner any minute now. Leaps over the side, does get through there before he's spotted. Need the defuse to go through. 2 members of CT left up. Keita now on his own as Z's head is dropped. Misses that shot. Critical with a double to end off the round. Infused are up to 12.
Still though, quite a mountain to climb for the Infused side without a fight from fish123. And certainly, from what I can hear on TeamSpeak, they are not going to be going down without a fight. You can hear them already trying to know themselves, trying to get themselves back into this game. And it can be so difficult, and then maybe more difficult rather than what I've been, but still very, very difficult. Once you're at that disadvantage, it's such a real mountain to kind of get back into the game and take advantage. And from my experience, to get confidence. You know, even if it's doing something you've done 1,000 times, doing it well takes confidence, and it can be very difficult to have just one bad advantage concealed by the opponent. Still though, let's see what's going down in Chinatown. Pulse actually quite aggressive. What we've seen from him, just get punished for it by Keita as he plays with the M4 up top. initial A site. Still Release thinking about it, still Lotus is not critical, bringing it back to 24. Fish, oh sorry, Release thinking about ending it. Oh, Z with a double, finally ended by Pez, but that does bring it to 3v2. Pez heavily tied for his trouble, 10 health does remain, Pal with 78 for himself, and still a really good situation for the CT side. Release is going to quickly down Pez. Last man standing is Powell, and he does really have to push this way. It's not from where there is just watching the exact push that he was expecting. Brings it to 12-9. And I'm not really sure which way this could go.
Could go either way. It's not quite as close as the last map was, but it has been one round for round so far in this half. Fuse up to 12. They need to find 4 more to take the game. Fish got quite a few more to find. Round 22. Heading up towards Crow's Nest is Release. Let's see what he can find when he gets up there. Drops straight back down again into that A site. Dropped instantly by Pulse. Let's see what Jake can go and find. He's watching this B ramp. He's got a little bit of support from his teammates. See what he can see. There is a T-player around that corner. Does get a quick spot. Drops him through the smoke. Nice shot by Jacob. It was Pez trying to sneak up and around that outside for a change. 4 T-players left alive. 4 CT players left alive. Infused, of course, still have that round advantage. They can afford to play this a bit slower. Can afford to play the clock a bit. 1 minute 15 left on it. Let's go watch Xerox as he comes around this side. He's the man with the bomb. Going down towards B ramp now then. Shaping up for a quick rush. Leaping down here. They have gone eco, of course. They've only got these pistols now. You can see it. Back up the ramps. They realise there's no one too crazy waiting in there. Still hear their comms lightly over the mic. Heading around here with the rest of his squad. Still got that bomb in hand. Down underneath the Crow's Nest now. Not looking to go straight up there yet. Was a T-player watching them. They get a couple of tags onto Pulse, but nothing else. In towards A bomb site now. One man in the vents, just dancing up and down again. Leaps around it to avoid it. One man up in the girders, dropped. ZZZ picking up many frags. There's the CT guys with an onslaught. 4 frags for nothing. And another round goes towards fish123. 12-10. Double figures now for both sides. But the eco, will it have paid off? More big weapons coming out from Infused now on that CT side. Sorry, that T side. Gonna have to put them to good use again, otherwise they're just gonna be strapped for cash next time around. Let's follow the bomb man going critical. He's been making some big frags early on. Now he's got that bomb. It's on him to get it planted down. Going out around this outside. Early smoke goes down, trying to make sure it's covered. There's one CT player watching it. It's not quite there yet though. Smokes are down, it's covered. Straight down into stairs, straight into this tunnel under the B site. They head towards vents. Bomb thrown up, passed along. They don't quite know yet. Jacob is down this bottom side. He's standing outside the vents. There is one man in there. Hasn't quite revealed himself yet though. There's a shot. Knows something's up. Waiting to see him. Waiting for that opening. Waiting, it's on his side. 1 minute 20. Does get the first frag. Well, get fragged. Pez finds it. 78 HP. Jacob dead. Drop down into the vents. 2 dead T's now. Pez and critical drop very quickly by Release and Zizi. Powell into vents. Gets shot straight in the back. Looked the wrong way. Nice try. Had 2 options. Chose the wrong one. Pulse drop. Zeox last man up. Bomb was defused though. And that's another round for fish123. Leveling this out. Getting even closer. 12-11 now.
Holy moly, and that wasn't just so good for the T side. I mean, yeah, exactly. They got the bomb down, which is such an achievement. I mean, even if that round does get lost, they did get the bomb down. They get that money. They get that kind of that momentum that comes with a plant. However, we did see that first half going 8-4 in favour of the T side, I believe. And
8-7.
8-7.
15-round halves. Not playing Call of Duty 4 anymore.
You're wrong. You're not wrong. I'm right. I'm lost. I'm confused. Anyway, we are 4-4 in this second half. We were 8-7 the first half because this game is different. Anyway, still no opening frags as of yet. No first blood. In fact, no tags whatsoever. Let's have a little look at the AWPs. That's what I like to see. And Kira, oh sorry, Keita, not Kira. That would be strange. Just chilling. Oh, he's going to spot one. Going to miss him, Magic. Oh, and a vital frag missed. Means Critical's going to take him down. It's going to open up the outside. Z's going to be forced to rotate. And there is a player to receive him just on the outside. I think it might just be critical as well as the flash comes in. Not going to stop Z too much though as Powell gets another, brings it to 5v3, and Fuse looking incredibly strong at the moment as Z is swamped by enemy players still. Whoever gets one.
Nice!
Z with another.
Nice!
Oh, and there we go. Suddenly a flurry of frags from the fish123 side, and the CT side are just back in the driving seat of this round. 2 players do remain now. Powell, or at least it was Powell, now it's just Pez. Pez, last man standing. I don't know how to get rid of this map. And there we go. 1v2. Where is Pez when you need him? The bomb is loose, and Weber and Z do remain.
It says spacebar. Spacebar's a trap.
Spacebar is a trap. So you can't get rid of it.
It's escape. It's the only way to get rid of it.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
it's really bad.
That is not great. Nonetheless, though, looking at the CT positioning, 1 on B and 1 on A. Where is the attacker when you need him? He's considering A, however, I'm pretty sure he's aware that Weber's going to be here.
Nice, guys, come on!
Wow, great play from fish123. That shouldn't have been their round, and it was. And that just shows the loopholes in that attack from Infused. Brings us to 12-12, and the motivation could not be at an all-time high for either side, really.
No, turn it straight back on them. Level again, that CT advantage, allowing a string of rounds, and in fact a lead in this second half now, 5-4 in favour of fish123. They are the guys that came from the upper bracket. They are the favoured team because of it. They should have only had to win 1 round if they took that first map. However, Blue Fuse played it very, very well, took it to overtime, and took it now to a second map. Playing this decidedly faster than fish123 were when they were on the attacking side. But it does seem to be working for them, or it was working for them early on. Fish just seem to have figured it out now. Shots going across towards Crow's Nest, not landing on anyone, just keeping him suppressed and in there. Pow now heading down towards the tunnels, towards that B site, just to check who's going on though. Keeping an eye on that Crows again. The bomb is on Pez. He's right here in front of Power, making his way in towards the A site shortly. There's a guy up in the top right corner. He hasn't turned to look yet. Pez picks up a frag. Jay picks up a frag. Xerox has an answer. ZZ picks up the next one himself. 2 for him. Powell and Xerox picking up a couple. Weber now with 1 more. There's only 1 T player left up. It's Powell. He's got 2 to find. Jacob's already very low. Weber is down onto 75 HP. Powell starts planting down in this B site, underground on top of the swimming pool. Makes his way out to one side. Both CT players now looking to make their way down together, going through either side of the vents. Powell is a long way out. They can leap in, go for a quick defuse if they're cheeky. Powell, though, going through the vents, waiting for a fate. Can't expect it. Weber trying to get a couple of shots out. There's Powell, comes out, finds 1.
Wow,
it's only 12 HP on the next man. Defuse is going through though. Can he see him? He can! Yes! Drops him down. Wow. Infused go 13-12.
Lovely play.
Take the lead again.
And that's just that is the real presence of that HP. Once again, that damage early done by the teammates. May not necessarily have done the damage early. May not necessarily got the kill early. However, the damage was done. And that just shows how effective they can be, meaning that those late frags can occur for the Infused side. Still though, 13-12, that might just cause that little bit of morale we've been looking for the Infused side. Powell has started picking up frags, but Critical's still leading the way, certainly leading the fray anyway, in that mid area. As he's considering trying to pick, he's succeeded in that jump. This could cause some serious damage if he continues this towards the CT side. Straight away down, and no one to receive him really. The only player really there was Keita. However, he is well aware and has made the mistake before of trying to deal with that himself, and so he's going to retreat his way back in towards, at least I assume he is, just watching that ladder. Jake, SMG had obviously not too much money on the CT side as of yet. Xerox on B. Pulse. Oh, Pulse is actually in a real nice position if you can play that ramp correctly. It can be such a difficult way to play though, especially when you know there's going to be someone around that corner. And it's nice to be able to hear just their combos, just seeing how the attacking side especially are kind of working out what angle is best. See a little insight into the Infused side. Finally, Jake just get the frag. Good shot, happy with that. Still doesn't stop Powell taking down Weber though, and that could very well mean the planet. It does in fact, and the CT side are dropping like flies, releasing Z. Last 2 men standing. Pulse was the forefront of that demolition, and Xerox should have died there, doesn't though, or he does eventually finally to release. Great supporting play from him on the CT side, but might just be too little, too late. as it is 1v3. CTV bomb down. Not an easy feat. I think he's just going to
save his weapon, yeah.
He's a wise choice. If you take that power as well. Oh, it's not going to happen. He could have got a weapon out of the hands of the Infused side. However, the Infused side do bring that 14th round home. And wow, all of them will close to that 16.
Starting to look like they're ready to take this.
It's dangerous, young man.
It is, and is it enough to get under Fish's skin?
Wow, 28 frags from the Z. I really wish I knew this guy's name. I probably should. I probably have casted him before.
I should probably remember it too. This is not the first time we've seen fish123. Let's see who's missing. No idea. Not going to go into it, but they are pushing now towards the B-bomb site underground, getting into that defensive position very early on.
Wow,
T side, Fused, big stack, as you say, making their way towards this A ramp. Going around this corner, it's Weber. You've seen him make big clutches before. Only gets the one this time before Xerox puts him down. Fish now knows what's coming his way. He's got pistols. That's it. A little bit of an eco round for 1-2-3. Try and land some frags, land a little bit of damage. They do fire through the door instead of opening it. Smoke is down, plants going down. It's now all on the CC side to retake this bomb site. They do have the numbers advantage, despite starting pistols only. Pulse and Pez now to defend this bomb. Release with a bit of a team kill, helping the C side out. There is one pickup for ZZ. Pulse is the last man standing. It's 3 guys to find to try and defend this bomb. Nicely done, ZZ. Fish123 with an eco round, managed to get it. 13-14. He's getting closer and closer. Nice power comes out from Weber. He's thankful of that team kill, helping level things up.
So was that an eco they just won?
It was an eco they just won.
Wow, CT's really performing when they need to. That was a round that they really needed to win. And to win that purely with pistols on the attacking side, or sorry, the defensive side even better, shows just how strong they can be. And that can be the strength of a mix. I mean, they don't know how they're going to, they don't know what to expect, especially when it comes to this kind of commitment to a site. We do see this time Weber, who's been doing very, very committed to this ramp area. This time, for a very different flash, however, not going to happen really on the attacking side. This time, opting for the outside, 3 players. Infused very, very confident in the kind of stacking play. They don't want to kind of split themselves too much. You know, instead, if one mistake is made, it can be made up for by another. And that's a real security which I think they're confiding in at the moment. And that's something you get with a team, not necessarily a mix. A mix, it can happen, but the comms is not going to be as strong. And with Infused, they can kind of rely on each other back to back, frag for frag. And so Z, where are you when we need you? You are sat there ready and waiting, lying in wait for this push. Where is the bomb? It's actually with Powell. Powell, the man who actually struggled to get off the starting line with the frags, however, has been doing a reasonable job. We do see 1 for 1. Quickly, whoever goes, there's a second as well. One with the M4, one with the pistol. Critical's gone down to the pistol, and that could be a critical frag, and I hate to say it. I really regret it already.
Pansy's gone. You've got to drop a pun or 2.
Yeah, I think a pun or 2. Nonetheless, though, it is a 3v3 level playing field as of yet. Still, those 2 players in those fronts make it 3v2 as Pez does get taken down. Powell is on a scrap of life. Released with 1. Powell with a scrap of life left. Surely wow! Holy moly, the crowd goes wild and so to Fish123.
Not even the crowd, it's just the players going wild.
There is no crowd. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. But Fish
There's a couple of guys sitting behind those players. There's Vey. Look how much noise he was making playing that COD 4 final. Still going.
I mean, he won the final, COD 4 final, and he's here to support the CSGO. And 14-14, this game could not be closer, and that's what I really like to see.
There we go. See how things shape up. Fuse did win a couple of rounds. Fish now taking the last 2 to level things out again. Could we see another overtime round? Do you watch a big CT stack actually rushing out here? Do find Pulse as their first one. Got big weapons too. It's not often you see a big attacking push like this when they've got real weapons. They don't sit back or do that when they've only got eco. But has given them numbers advantage, so it paid off. Giving them that first frag. Nice little push coming forward this way from Critical, but he does just get tagged up. Doesn't really do much damage in return. Allows Keita to back away, knowing that he has done the damage put to my back foot. Nading down through Crow's Nest, trying to pick up what he can. There's a guy coming through that front entrance, through that smoke. Xerox now, starting to rotate around slowly but surely. going back towards their spawn is Pow with the bomb.
Terrorist.
It's an interesting tactic if they can make it work. They've got a minute left. That's plenty of time. What can you bait fish into doing? Where can you send them? Where are you trying to send them? Are you ready for what you're about to encounter? Because there are all 5 members of the CT side up, so they don't really need to rotate that hard at all.
That's with this map. That's the beauty of this map. Once you're in defending side, you can get to either bomb site with real pace. And so that's what makes attacking that's what can make attacking.
Nice nade did catch both Critical and Pez. They're taking them down very, very low. Jake finds Xerox. Gonna have another couple of shots out. Zeds is the last or first dead member of CT side. Bomb is with Pound. He's making his way in towards the site.
Wow.
Pez is dropped. Plant goes down. Didn't get that kill, Weber. Careful. Scopes in there. Critical last man standing. Defuser got to come through. Nade going up towards the top ramp. There's Critical dropped. That's around 15 for fish123. You can hear them getting loud. They're excited. They're on match point. Infused have to get this round, and we've said it before, we'll say it again, there are big weapons here on fish123, and they're on a CT-biased map.
Wow, and I'm not going to lie, every single penny Infused have has gone into this round. Everything they've got, every scrap of gameplay they've got left. We are 3 o'clock in the morning, they're playing the game they love, they're playing it just to try and close this final. I mean, there's a lot, I say a lot of money, there is a big, transition of money from first to second, and they're well aware of that. As everything they have, you just see the galley in Zeox's hands, so they're really everything they can do to attack now. And it's actually quite interesting to see how the CT side present themselves lying in wait. Obviously, we're going to see that slow round. Both sides really cautious and well aware of what this round can mean if performed correctly, especially for the CT side. fish123, 1 round away from bringing it into a 3rd map.
Well, bring it to overtime on this.
Oh, I tell a lie. Overtime.
If Infused level this out, overtime we have. Fish can take the victory if they get that 16th round. Very slow push game out from Infused. This is what we saw Fish doing to them earlier on, however they waited a little bit longer. Why find one? Weber picks up one. I said before, he can get clutch moments. Not this time though. Powell shuts him down. Gonna get that push through. Powell has the bomb himself. 1 player dead on either side. Gonna see them pushing in now towards this B-bomb site. Here's the rotate coming out from some members of fish123. Pound is on in here. 89 HP. Pulse is dropped. Numbers advantage for the CT side, but not for long if Zed takes damage more than that. Drop down he goes. 3v3. Less health on the T side. Critical drop. There's only 1 member left. It's all on Xerox. He's got 3 to find to level this up. Force an overtime. Picks up the AK. The bomb is down. He's got to find that. There's a player on either side of the vents and 1 on the ramp coming up behind him. Monumental task. Some shots going out, but he's dropped. fish123 take the 16th round.
Wow.
Take it over. Take the Counter-Strike Go tournament here from Epic.TEN.
That's game over.
That is game over. fish123 coming from the upper brackets. Just had to take that one. Infused did a great job to force that second map out. Did a phenomenal job holding on for that long, taking it to a nail-biting finish. But a 9-6 final half in favour of fish123 will grant them that first place prize at 3:20 in the morning.
I mean, if we're ready to bed, I don't want to know how the players are feeling. Infused there, not looking too bummed out. I think they're quite happy to just be able to go to bed right now.
They definitely had fun.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
And so Z, I know there's a name, I don't want to get it wrong. I'm pretty sure it's an FM player. Almost 100% it's an FM player. Nonetheless though, wow, what a game. Did you see them shaking hands? Oh, it's all good in good sport. One position between them. And I don't want to say like it was just, oh, we do see an Infused player relatively finally feeling the effects of both the game and the time of that defeat. Wow. I don't know about you, Panky. I'm ready for bed.
I am ready for bed. Thank you very much for joining me.
Hello, everyone.
Pansy have to start off. Yeah. She has a crazy work schedule. So unfortunately,
what time is it? Yeah, so 2 hours until she has to get to work.
She has to be at work in London, so she's got an hour train ride first to get there. She's got to get there and start her shift very early tomorrow morning. So good luck to her. Thank you to casting all day long with me. Thank you to you for rounding this game off.
I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you to Quad V for, of course, producing this all weekend. Thank you for Epic.lan for putting on a phenomenal tournament, and you guys for tuning in at home. It's been a phenomenal weekend.
It's been fun.
And I'm ready to do it again in July.
Yeah, definitely. Epic 11.
Yeah, Epic 11.
Oh my God, that's how comes I struggle. It is bedtime. It is bedtime, guys. So this has been fun. It's been nice to jump into cast again, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you shortly, as I'm sure Panky will. So I'll speak to you guys later. Much love.